What's up, graphic designers? The last week in October is Red Ribbon Week, and every year my students apply their graphic design skills and pledge to live safe, healthy, and drug free lives. Way back in 2021, we paired up with a celebrity of our choice. This year, however, what we're going to do is we're going to include a wellness activity. And so some of the prompts for this year are going to include Nick pledging to be drug free with a wellness plan that includes swimming with dolphins. So this is going to be the template. We're going to include this text in the bottom. Please see Ms. Ramos in room 103 for support creating wellness plan. And I already created a visual to illustrate what we're going to aspire to do today. Shout out to Nick. Very much appreciate your support, bud. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is figure out what your background is. So I copy and pasted this in. I increased the size. You'll notice that there are watermarks, right? And so I eliminated the watermarks. In fact, when you apply the content aware function, you'll notice it creates a new layer above it. That's cool. And if you forgot how to apply the content aware function, what you can do is simply make sure that you're on that original layer. I'm using the lasso tool. We're going to right click. We're going to do content aware fill. We're going to press OK. Boom, it's gone. Likewise, all these other ones, tremendous. All right, so next up, what we're going to do for this particular visual is going to add some dolphins. You're going to be thinking, what's happening in yours? Are you juggling? I know Jidong is participating in some equestrianism. He's riding with horses. So here's also what we're going to do. So we've got Nick pledges to be drug-free, and you notice that's orange and white. And I actually selected that. Here's how I identified that color choice. So I went to this ocean layer, right? And then I pressed Command I. When you press Command I, that inverts the colors, right? So if it was black and white, in fact, if we jump to Nick right here, his hair is going to become white, and his skin is going to become this interesting turquoise bluish hue, right? I'm going to press Command I to revert it. And that's actually how I selected the text. So I use the color for the text. I use the eyedropper tool. I got the opposite of the blue in the ocean. And again, we're going to press Command I to invert the color. And here's what I know, guys. We're going to pick two colors. Nick pledges to be drug-free. So we got this orange and we've got white. And so now we've got white and orange. With a wellness plan, that includes swimming with dolphins. And I shifted the text over a little bit. You'll notice that his arm is overlapping the text a little bit, and I'm okay with that. You're going to do amazing selections as you're using these visuals that we took in class and the photos that we took in class previously. We're going to include 2024 somewhere in the corner. You'll notice I have it tucked away in the upper right hand corner. And then this logo is absolutely critical. It's going to be on the bottom. What you're not going to do, and every year some students have a tendency to do this, they jam it in the corner. Maybe it's a little bit like this, or some variation of this. Instead, we're going to let it breathe a little bit. So you'll notice that there's space above and to the right and the left. And in that space in the bottom, in small text, we're going to write, please see Ms. Ramos and 103 for support creating a wellness plan and sign the drug-free pledge. You're going to just copy and paste that in there. And actually, to create some additional contrast, you'll notice I added a layer style, specifically drop shadow. So the drop shadow makes it pop just a little bit more, so that ultimately we're going to be creating something that looks a little bit like this. Nick, I love it. I love your commitment. So again, how are we going to do that? We're going to click File, New, and we're going to go to Print, Letter, Orientation is going to be horizontal. I'm going to press Create, and let's get this visual of, and actually we can press Command C, Command V, because we're going to need this in there. And I press, oh, that's why that did that. So I have multiple layers here. You guys, if we want to copy multiple layers, we're going to press Command Shift C and then Command V, Command T. We're going to drop this down a little bit. And what we need to do right now, guys, is we've got to get this portrait of Jidong. And I know he's hanging out. He's hanging out right here. Right click, copy image. Ideally, you're going to get the high res image, File, New. I'm going to press Create, Command V. I know that you guys know we're going to use the quick selection tool. We're going to wait a second. We're going to press Command C, Command V, tremendous, Command T. And we're going to have him in the corner so it looks a little bit like this. I'm going to grab the logo on the top. And what I also know is we got this fun photo of him where he's riding his Imaginary horse. Jidong, do you have a stable upstate? You do. That's pretty cool. We're gonna use again, the object selection tool. We're gonna press Command C. Amazing. Command T to shrink this down just a tad. And you know what, guys? Since we're here, you guys are going to learn so much in this class. I'm actually going to hold off from sharing one other cool technique in Photoshop. We're going to grab this one, Command C, because this horse is a little wild. File New, enter Command V. We're going to use the object selection tool. Command C, Command V, Command T. And maybe it's going to look a little bit like this. As you're designing, you're going to be thinking about, like, where are we including, like, what is the composition going to be like? Like, what is going where? And so already I'm thinking about text. Okay. Got a little selection there. All right, guys. And so here is what I know now. It's going to look a little, okay. Okay, guys. Perfect. So there is lots of different ways of doing this. In fact, we're going to learn a new way pretty soon. What I'm going to do right now, guys, is, you know what? We're just going to keep it simple. In order for it to look like Jidong is riding this horse, what we're going to do is I'm going to press 5 to drop the opacity, and I'm going to use the eraser, and I'm going to go like so, and I'm going to erase this side. I'm going to drop down the size a little bit. I'm going to teach you some far more sophisticated ways of doing this very, very shortly. I'm going to press V0 for 100%. Beautiful. Okay, and so I will teach this. All right, guys, this is going to be fun. I didn't know I was going to teach this until right now. So if we click Edit and then Puppet Warp, ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. What we're going to do now is we're going to add these like anchors or these pins, and they're going to act like joints. And so what I'm going to do, I just put down 3 joints. I'm going to click and pull one of these joints right here so it looks a little something like this. Beautiful. I'm going to grab this top joint right there, or actually this top pin, and he's sort of like hooking around this joint right here. And we can do is change his angle. All right, now all of a sudden it looks like he's actually riding it. And so what we're going to do again is we're going to sort of clean this up. One other way we can do this, if we press and hold Command and we click on the horse itself, what we can do is create a layer selection. I'm going to press E, and then this is a little bit more sophisticated way of doing this. Okay, that looks much better. I'm going to press Command D to deselect. And what Jidong is going to do is he's going to add text that's maybe up in the upper left-hand corner. I know that if we wanted to move Jidong and the horse simultaneously, what we could do is hold Command and click the other layer. Now we've got both layers selected. We can shift them together. We can press Command T. Jidong, it looks like you're having so much fun as you're pledging to live a drug-free, safe, and healthy life. Again, you're going to make sure that you use this text. I cannot wait to see what you guys are able to produce. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.